Well, hi, it's Gretchen. Ah, there we go. Now, yes, that's better. I just got these in, and they're a new watercolor set. And you know me, I'm a photographer, but I love to play with art supplies and try new things. And I've been trying a lot of new things in the past year. Sketchbooks, filling them up, mostly with the doodles and scribbles and things that are kind of crazy. Um, so I am gonna bring you along on this to see how this goes. Have no idea if let me pull up. I know what I need to pull up. I like to pull up comments in case anyone shows. There we go. Hey, there's Larry. Hi. I have background music playing, Larry. I don't know if it's too loud, but I think I might turn it down just a touch if I can. Yeah. Oh, that's not there. But there. Ah, yes. Okay. Hopefully it'll be good. So I got this right here called Koi Watercolors, and I just got it. And I got it to take with me, yeah, to the excuse. The excuse was to take it with me to go see grandkids. When I know darn well my granddaughter has enough supplies to satisfy us for the whole thing. But this is supposedly fine quality transparent watercolors, aquarelles, transparent, let's see, pocket field sketch box, 24 colors, half pans, 9mm refillable water brush, and 2 sponges. Yeah. It's probably up at the post office box, which we're stopping at tomorrow. We didn't make it up that way today. So I will go step by there tomorrow. I'll let you know. Anyway, it's by Sakura Color Products. Got it on Amazon. Oh, no, I got it from Michael's. That's right, I got it from Michael's. I had a voucher, and so, okay, this is cool. This is just something. There it is. And I wanted to drop the level down. There we go. Drop the level down a little bit with that sound. Good. Got it. Okay, so now you see it opened up. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little plastic case. Got some divity-like things on the front. There, and it's got a little pan that fits in. Mixing pan, but kind of nice. It's got pegs here so you can put it to the side like that, on either side you want. First things first, let's drip some water on these guys so that we'll see how they do. And I should use the bigger one. I always see people do this on their channels and they're so patient about it. Yeah. Not me. Does the lid lay back flat? Yes, it does. I got turned on to those years ago with journaling. Hi, Linda. yeah, the lid does lay back flat, so you can use that as a pan too. So you could put this here, like that. You could put it off to the side, like this. So you could hold it if you wanted to. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I'll put it like that for here. I'll see what it does. Okay, now it's also got a one of those water brushes, which always confuse. I mean, there's supposed to be a way to fill them. I think you're supposed to. Oh, that's right. I saw somebody I saw had this, Diane Anton, and it was like you filled it backwards. Oh, okay. That's filling. That's got water in it. Doesn't it? Okay, it goes the opposite of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Weird. Okay. Not a lot of water in there. So maybe you have to fill it at a sink? I don't know. I suppose these guys are okay, but you could probably take it on a, you know, if you were painting on an airplane or something like that, wanted to do that. Okay, so then it goes back on the opposite way that I would think it would go. It turns to the left, but maybe it's if you've got it holding it here, let me show you. If you're holding it with the brush end down, then it goes lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Okay, but if you're turning it the other way around, it doesn't. So, all right, got paint in that. It's got two little sponges, so if you get too much paint in it, and no idea how these guys are going to go. First, let's try this. Let's see. I got some watercolor paper here. You guys can see. Get my water brush. Yeah, it's a water brush. Those are okay, but not fond of them. Yeah, I thought I would just try what they have in this. Of course, I'm going to go. That's kind of interesting. Always do these. Let's try this. I know. Let's do it with a row of water here. Swatch it, see what happens. See how it spreads. Wet on wet. Okay. Try the next orange in the dry. Next one, the oranges are pretty. I like that. What I really want to know is how, I just kind of want to dive into it. I just want to dive into it. Are they going to blend? That's a pretty color, kind of a mustardy. Was very true with that one. I think I kind of, there it's better. Got it mixed up with another one. And then of course white. Now let's go down to this one. Swatching. Okay, I'm not going to swatch them in the water. I just want to see what they look like on dry, because then I'm going to jump into my sketchbook and see what I can do. Because I'm impatient. I'm sure, Larry, that you spent a lot more time with as amazing as you've gotten on watercolor and as short a time as you've been doing it. Probably a lot more patient than I am. But, you know, I think part of that comes from watercoloring with kindergartners for so many years. There is not a thing in patience in watercolors with kindergartners. If you don't have it all ready to go, they can do some amazing stuff in the shortest amount of time you've ever seen. And I mean, not necessarily good. Ooh, that's pretty. Squirrel. It's gonna go brown. Mix those two, get a pretty brown, greeny brown. Oh, I like that. Okay, so far I like them. They're gonna be fun. I got the name Koi because I have that whole bunch of photographs that are my Koi photos that are some of my favorite I've ever done. And just the whole idea. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, did I not do that right? I bet I didn't do that one very well. Yeah, see, it's darker brown than that. Clean your brush off, Gretchen. Clean your brush off. So I'm trying to decide on going to Phoenix if I should take my regular camera or just take my infrared. Because we're going to be with the grandkids in the morning and in the evening, before then after school. And so that's kind of cool. They don't have a list of the colors. Did they have a list of the colors? Ah, on the back. There they are. They do have a color list. This last one is called Ivory Black. Payne's Gray, Burnt Umber, Light Red? Huh. Why do they name things like that? Paper's very, I was doing Bible journeying and the paper was very thin. Some mediums bleed through so they don't, many artists went through. Yeah, the colors are gorgeous. They really are. And, you know, anything's going to bleed through on paper that's not meant to be. This is on watercolor. This is not going to bleed through at all. I don't know if it would bleed through on my regular journal. I'm sure it would bleed through on this one. Because this is not very thick, but the colors, yeah, like this blue. Gosh. Sandy Hester does it really good. Oh, oops, too many paper. Oh, didn't bleed through yet. At least on that one. That's pretty. Oh, I like that. Okay, where's my watercolor journal? Let's see. I did a goofy little landscapey thing. We will move this out of the way. So, but I wonder. I like the way they blend. And they're not granulating. That's kind of nice. I mean, a lot of people like that granulating stuff. I'm not really fond of it, but okay, let's try something here. Got a little sketch here. Let's try, get some clean water. And let's try a little kind of up here, a little sky action. Some wet on wet, see what happens up there with that. I think I'm gonna grab my regular paintbrush though. I'm gonna start with this Payne's Gray. And then grab some of this. Travels nicely. Look at that. Yeah, I like the piano music. I'm kind of obsessed with piano music. Outside on the decking trying to find my new Faber-Castell watercolors. Oh, yay! Tam, that's awesome. I just got these. I'm just playing. I edited photos today, and that was kind of beep bopping in my and that was okay. And I went to Tarts, and I got, oh, I know what there were. I was over at Olala, Larry, and at not Larry. I was at Olala, and down by the Olala boat launch, and at the new little market that they're putting in there. That the guys, and they have a little area that we use for the Tarts to meet, to paint and to draw or to do whatever. I was working on my studio, and we saw orcas. Yeah, there was a pod of orcas came by, and we could see them out. They were by some barges, and they were, spouting off and everything, and so it was pretty cool. Living in the Northwest, nothing quite like it. Okay, little sponges now. Little sponges to see if you can lift for some different kind of sky action here. Okay. So yeah, it lifts pretty well. You want to make, like in that book that had the clouds, the animals in the clouds, you could make cloud animals. So yeah, seeing orcas today was kind of a highlight of the day. I took a piece to Michael's to get framed for the mustard seed, and that was nice. They gave me the discount that was due at Christmas time, but they didn't have the supplies, so I got it now, which was very nice of them, considering it's going to a nonprofit. And they donated the acrylic in it rather than having glass, because being in an assisted living place, you got to think of safety. All right, let's try mixing a couple colors up here here, let's do this so you guys can see how it goes. know in watercolor you're supposed to start with light and then go to dark. I always forget that. Oh well. Paint said there's 48 colors, one brush sponge, and the case is really well made, so it should be 80. Oh, which one did you get, Linda? I was looking at some of those, and I decided I was not at the point where I was going to spend that. It's the only way I can keep it under control. Small space heater so near so I can hold my work in front of me. What? Hold it. I always have a paper towel wad in my hand. It's invaluable. Yeah. That's me. It's baby wipes. Old evergreens. Oh, I love this song. So that's kind of the blues and the greens. They go together, they blend well. Tide flats. All right, that one's gonna dry. Where did I have another piece? I'll have to pull it out. Needs to dry a little bit before I can play with any other colors. Okay, let that one dry. Over here. Let's try this. Oh, I wonder. Wonder. I wonder what it's going to be like on cold press paper. Let's try the hot press. That was cold press. Let's try it on hot press. Hot press is all smooth, so you don't get all that kind of stuff. So let's just dive into the reds, the oranges. Ooh, I didn't try that blue last time. I thought that was purple. That's kind of cool. So on cold press paper, it just kind of hot press paper, it just gonna, like all watercolors, they tend to just sit on top until they really dry. So let's go back to the other paper and try something else. Too big. Okay, got the first part of it done. Some of it's wet. Let's see if I can do any rounding. Like you do in neurographic. So yeah, it works. It's pretty easy to control. I like the colors. I think it's a great travel kit. It wasn't, I had like a voucher. I had $15 worth of a voucher, and then it was 20% off because they had so it wasn't very much. So I'm pleased. Like I said though, I don't I'm going to Phoenix as if I need a travel kit to go down there, because I completely, like, totally stocked Layla's art cabinet. Oh well. That's my excuse. Just for the trip. So guys, did I tell you on Sunday about Brazil? This is going to be an interesting whether or not I do this one. I really want to go, but I don't know. My favorite all-time movie ever, and it's kind of a weird movie to be our favorite all-time, is Cat People. Very strange, odd movie, but I love it. And I've always kind of been obsessed with Black Panthers and Jaguar. Actually, they're not Black Panther, they're black Jaguars, or Jaguars in general. And Art was down there after we were in Oaxaca in the Pantaneta, I think it's called, and photographed them. And of course he had to show them at the party on Saturday night, and then announced that he's taking a tour down there. Did I want to come? It was open and there were this, so I'm trying to decide whether in June I'm gonna figure out a way to get myself to Brazil. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I just can't. Sounds so much fun. Be living my Annie Florence's life. She went up the Amazon on like an African Queen type boat when she was in her 80s. And I'm only in my 60s. She went looking for orchids. Okay, enough of that weird stuff. I don't really like that. But I don't like what I'm doing. But at least it's letting me test the colors. The colors are nice and brilliant. I mean, you can adjust them. You can do a lot with them. I like the colors. I like that they're not all pastel colors and soft. I've got those kind of colors. This is fun. Fun colors. Okay. That's not turning out. Let's go back to over here. See what happens with this. This is here, and hi.
Look at you. You got that.
Oh yeah, everybody's out there.
Wildebeest paintbrush. What's that?
Bob's laughing at me, you guys, because I have my Lightroom catalog up here, and there's a wildebeest staring at me, and then I'm painting, practicing my for this. See if it needs a little. Does it need a little boat launch? That's what it needs. It needs a boat launch. Or, yeah, that could be the boat launch right there. And a dot kind of That's what it needs. It needs a boat launch. No roads, but it needs a boat launch. Boat coming in. Yeah. Birds flying around. There we go. A little bit of fog. All right, I think that's done. I tested it. All right, let's see. What are you guys saying? Cotton glove, you need to lean on the paper. I don't mind leaning on. If you watch the video of the sailboat scene, I constantly dry my work as I go. I probably could put mine. Are they hard block paints like these Gretchen has? Oh, like these? I have some that are the tube, and yeah, I like these. I have some soft watercolor tubes, some Chinese watercolor, and then I have some gouache, and I have some other watercolor ones. I just like these. I don't like using oils, too smelly. Have my plastic palette and just let that on there dry, and then they're the same as a hard cake for use later. You know, the watercolor pencils that you have, Tamara, that you were using, I think didn't you say you had new watercolor pencils? Those, like these here. Okay, so that was the koi. So these are aquarelle oil pastels. And these things are so freaking cool. But the same way with the watercolor pencils, like if you if you break them off or part of it breaks off, you save that and you can put it in like a little jar like this, and then all those oops, come on, I changed lenses so I could, come on, why are we on different levels here? Because we're on different levels. There we go. So if you get the shavings cut off and you add water to it, then you end up with like watercolor. And same thing with the shavings, like or if you break the lead on those watercolor colored pencils, they do that. But these guys, you guys, these draw like oil pastels. Remember that you used in school and kind of stuff. They're so wonderful. And then, let's grab they are water soluble. I have some that are chalk that do this too, that are a chalk pastel. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, that was totally off this topic, but I mean, for travel, these are a lot of fun too. Those are those oil pastels. I don't take those with me very often. But the chalk pastels, oh, they're over there. Yeah, they are. They're really cool too. And they draw just like chalk, but they're water soluble. And if they break off, you just save all the things. Sandy Hester showed that she saved all that, and then she had other things. Yes, was watching Grayscale. Hello, hi Lupe, how are you? I've been playing with this. I got a new set. It's a travel set, and it's called Koi Watercolors, and I just wanted to play with it. And let's see, I'll clean it all off. Yes, I have these wonderful, I got these in bulk. Supposedly, they're really, Burt's Bees, they were great. They were more gentle, but then when they came and they arrived, guess who's bought Burt's Bees? Clorox. I'm like, oh my God, that's too funny. Oh well. So there's my little, that guy goes in there. I'm probably gonna let this sit out, but then this goes back in and they close up really nicely. It's, let's see, 6 by 4.5. 6 inches by 4.5 is the size of it, and it's like 3/4 of an inch deep, so it makes it really nice. It snaps closed. Plastic. Yay. Yay! I kind of like it. So, and the colors were nice. We did some fun, a little playing with those colors. This was just, I was trying to do it, seeing if it would work with a neurographic. Or like a clown face now. And then this was my swatching on the original. And it doesn't bleed through on my watercolor paper. And this is not expensive watercolor paper. This is just a Artist Loft pad from Michaels. And so yeah. And then this was the oil pastels. But thanks to Julia buying my art piece, I was able to get this paint set. Yay! From there, it raises my blood pressure when things go wrong. Oh, I was in the doghouse. Who's in the doghouse? Why are you in the doghouse? The water bases. Okay. I missed part of the conversation. With base here in Linda. So can ask about postage from Australia. How much was the shipping? I wondered if it's not too bad. You're welcome to use my website to sell your art. Oh! Square. It cost me almost $100 to send 6-pound package to Oz. Oh, wow. And it weighed. Cost me $20 to send a small envelope that weighed more than 3 ounces. Wow. Yeah, we don't want to raise Larry's blood pressure. No blood pressure raising. Oops, there's the top to my pen, my watercolor brush that goes back in. Oh, and it came with a watercolor brush too. Now, here's the thing though. The watercolor brush doesn't fit in unless you undo it. Oh, and again, to get it there. Oh, I don't have to squeeze the water out because it came with a little plug. If you're careful and you don't lose the little plug, you can undo it, put the plug back in. If you're clever, which for once I was clever. And then I have it all ready to go. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I like that. I am going to see if I can show you this, you guys. My sister Patty was bored on Sunday, she said. Well, I got the 6. Hang on. Wire bound. Hold it. She's going to get the wrong one. Wire bound. About. There we go. Oh, where did it go? I want to show you this. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can open this. Look at this, if you guys can see this. She did a Zentangle. She was bored the other day. It's not coming in real clear. Maybe if I drop it down there, it'll be a little better. Drop that light out. There, you can see a little better. Isn't that cool? I'll have to take a picture of it and put it on Sunday, but it's just amazing. Chat where my behind doesn't get chewed. I love it here. I'm going to become a professional lurker. Oh no. That's what this was designed for, plein air painting. Does Layla does have pouring paint. She has some. She has the Arteza set, the small set. But I set up a paint station, an art station for her on the side of the house on an old. They actually had my grandfather's old chest, steamer trunk, and Annalena didn't know what to do with it, and so I set it up outside and in the side of the house. So Layla has this spot that she can go out. She wants to. It's pretty cool. We'll see how that goes. She's going to be at school during the day. Bob and I are going to go up in the hills, go do some hiking. And that'll be fun. It was because the fellow mechanic that worked. Of all the students that worked with last year, the ones from Brazil seemed to be the kindest Fast turnaround on work projects and so much fun. You would love it, Gretchen. Thanks, Lupe. I know I would love it. It's just it's gonna take something to figure it out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's one of those things. It was not. But it would be an amazing place to go. It would be, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how a couple shows turn out, but it looks. Thanks. Suffer from asthma. To stop oily hands. Oh. Yeah. I have never been very good about gloves and those kind of things. Even when I was a kid, I never used gloves in the orchard. I ended up with slivers like crazy, but I just wasn't that. Yeah. I have the pencils. So like I said, any time any of those things break off, you save them because they are pure pigment, and you can use them. They can reconstitute and save them, and then they make great. Sandy Hester was doing them. She had little packs of them, and she was taking them as like travel things. I did it with I used my graphite. I have this kind of cool colored graphite, and I was doing a back kind of colors with it, and it had a whole bunch of dust from it. I collected all that dust and then put it in one of my these little tiny containers I have. I don't know where I got these. Artco Crafts, when Artco was still open. I went when they were going out of business. And I put all that dust in here, and then when I wanted to, I poured it on something, oopsie, and then just spread it all around, and it made this really kind of cool background color. It's fun to do. So watercolor pencils, and I'm a lucky girl. Yeah, so those are so cool, those Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. And those are the ones that if you literally break the tip while you're coloring, I've even known people that when they sharpen them, instead of sharpening with a sharpener, like a powered one, they'll use the hand sharpener, and then they'll save what they sharpen, because that is pure pigment and you can use it. If it would work on fabric, they would. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to try. Huh. I wonder. I don't have. I'll have to go to Carolyn's and steal fabric. Ran out of canvas, looking for alternatives while I can order more. Lupe, canvas. Oh, you're in New Mexico. Dang it, you wouldn't have. I was gonna say, go to a sail, a boat sail place. Of course, I'm here in the Northwest. There's places all around that have stuff used for making sails. There's one in Portland, there's one in Seattle, and stuff like that. And you can sometimes get remnants out there. But I don't think you're gonna find that in New Mexico. Duh. Funny. But maybe like if you were looking for fabric pieces and stuff like that, sometimes you can hit like the Goodwill and find old cotton blouses or old cotton men's shirts and cut them up and use them. That would be a cool thing. That would be cool, yeah. Native bird, a green and red parrot. Parrots are pretty. Yeah, that's the afford is the big thing. Am I going to be able to afford to do it? It's definitely going to have to sell some stuff. Sell some work and get busy and put a couple things into plan. I'll see what happens. What brand is my set of watercolor pencils? I have wrong basket. Okay. I have a few. These are not watercolor. These are those hand coloring things. So I have a Lyra. These are polycolor, but I don't think these are the watercolor ones. We'll test. I don't think so. No, those are not watercolor. These are the polycolor by Lyra. Okay, there's those. I have chalk pastel pencils. These are not, where'd the rest go? Oh, where's the rest? These are not watercolor. These are, I have the Inktense. I have this set of Inktense. Okay. And they are water soluble. And yeah, that's cool. Oh, you can't see. There we go. Inktense. And then quite some time ago, one of the first pastel, watercolor pastels, kind of like Neocolor. I have the small set of the Caran d'Ache Neocolor things, but these are a aqua color. They're by Lyra too, and they're like a crayon, but they are water soluble, and they're really pretty. I have to do a side by side. These feel more like crayons, and you color with more with them. And then these guys are more oil pastels, and these are water soluble pastels, but these are more, or oil pastels but are water soluble. These are pastels too, the Lyra ones. There's not a lot, although these are extra soft, and these are much softer than those. Those are by Mungovo, and then the where's the other ones? Bitty bitty. Oh, here. Pastels. Then the other ones that are water soluble are these guys. Paint sticks. Have you guys seen these? They're by Charvin. See, these are the kind of things I get from my family for my birthday and for Christmas and stuff. My daughters never know what to get me, so I tell them these things. So these guys, these are the guys that literally, if they fall apart, you save them. But they're like chalk, and but then let's see. Oh, and there's 2 layers here of color. And so those the blues. Let's do that kind. So you see, you get some really kind of beautiful colors. Can do, and then I'll take my big brush. They are quite water soluble. Not as much as, oops, fiddle-dee-dee. Not as much as the oil pastels are, but you get a much a lighter weight kind of color with these. They're more transparent. So they're kind of fun. I have a friend who's out here on the peninsula that is a oil pastel artist, and she uses those big chunk chalk sticks, and so. But I like to get things wet. Anyway, that's my stuff. But as I said, this was supposed to be all about the koi watercolor, and it turned into so much more. The koi, you said, this koi watercolor set. The koi water, yeah. Hi, how are you, Fatima? I've just been, oil pastels, I have, they're water-soluble oil pastels. I don't have any straight oil pastels. I think Judy uses those. They're pretty expensive. They're like a soft pastel, and they're handmade. But I like these water soluble. The Lyra, really for the price, for the deal, you get this Lyra, Lyra aqua color. It has 48 colors. It's water soluble, fine art water soluble. What does it say there? Tells you what the size of the diameter is, the round section, and it's light resistant. So for the deal, for the price, these are some of the best ones. They're far less expensive than the Carandash Neocolor 2. The Carandash Neocolor 2 are a little bit, they're a little better in quality, I'd say, but for the price and for just having some good and still creating beautiful stuff, and these are light fast. These Lyra are in my mind a great deal. And this set, I don't mind if this set comes out when the grandkids are here and they want to play and try it. The Carandash ones, I'm a little like, because you get a 2-year-old that scrubs at it. Oh well, but that's what art's all about. And so I let them use it. Keep my brush. I even keep my brush water if the color looks good. Then I can use it for a wash. Yeah, my brush water doesn't look so great right now. It's kind of goof. I'm in DC right now. Being an advocate, might find something here. Nice, Lupe. Good for you. We were told at college it's better to use a knife. Yeah. I just have to sell more photographs. Yes, Lupe, I do. Razor blade knife. Yeah. No harbor freight in Las Cruces. Is that where you are? You're in Las Cruces. Derwent ink tints are my favorite. Derwent ink tints are my favorite watercolor pencil. Carandash are probably my favorite watercolor crayon. But I really like the Lyra too, because I have a variety of colors. But I really like this little Mungyo Aquarelle Oil Pastels, extra soft, water soluble. They're really nice. there's just every different kind of things to have. I try different things. This was an interesting thing, this chalk pastel pencils. And I don't know where the other half of them are. Why they're not in here. They probably fell out in the bucket down there in my bag. But they go down quick. I noticed but when I do neurographic, I love to use these for neurographic because I can just color away like crazy, and I can really, now they don't go too well on top of wet watercolor. That's interesting to see but when I'm doing neurographic, it's kind of fun because they're so easy to control. And the black goes down really clear and nicely. 14, oh wow. I want pan. That is still really good, and I have had it for 30 years. Tamara, that's amazing. See, I had and you guys, I might have told you guys this story. My mom had a set of watercolor pencils that she kept in her special kind of flip. My Sarah has the thing now. It was in her bedroom, and she had some certain kind of things that she kept in there. Some art supplies. There was not arts. Yeah, maybe it was art supplies or some other kind of stuff that was in there, and I was never allowed to use them. And I remember I snuck them one time and got them, and I got in trouble. And she told me that they were too special, kind of too expensive, too special, and I wasn't allowed to use them. And I was just like, so I decided, I think that's part of what it is with me, and these kind of things. I want whatever I have. If the one I have, if I'm concerned about the grandkids using it because it is a more expensive material, I want to have something that still is of good enough quality that they can have some fun with it. And like I got Layla, I bought her my first set of watercolor pencils were Sargent ones, or watercolor crayons, and she has those and she loves them. And they were inexpensive, but still they were good enough quality that she's had those for a couple of years now. So and then Rook and Rory, oh my. Rook just goes through paint supplies and art supplies. They're the ones who paint before breakfast and anything. I mean, Bryn lets them paint on anything and everything, including each other. And on when they finish a cereal box, they break it open and the kids color on it or paint it. And something comes in the mail, they break down the cardboard and they're painting on it. It's hilarious to watch on Instagram. So those supplies kind of go crazy, but they'll get there. They're only, is Rookie 5? I think she's turned 5, and Rory's not quite 2. So anyway, Derwent makes the ink tents in sticks like that. Yeah, they do. Has all the cool toys like Batman. I have all the cool. Oh man, it was funny. Well, I guess when the girls were growing, all this that I would have for art supply, I had a whole bunch of art supplies for them and stuff, but they were so much into sports that everything went to pay for select soccer and a new kit and a new swimsuit and a deck coat and all kinds of stuff. So that was I have a really small set of Daniel Smith. I think I have 5 colors, and then I have my inks. I have my watercolor inks that I like. The Sakura Koi watercolor set is $23 on Amazon. Yeah, and so that was why I bought it at Michael's, because I had a $15 worth of vouchers. So, yeah. And they, I was gonna go into the store and get it, but they only had one, I guess, supposedly in store, so they wouldn't sell it to me from the Gig Harbor store. It wouldn't go through on the online. So I bought it online because I got. Did I get something else too? But it was, yeah, I can't remember. I think I got sketch pads for the grandkids, stuff like that. But yeah, so it made it a deal. I was very pleased. Karen Dosh is off limits. Yeah. Stores Sakura of America page. Yeah. I keep this is this thing that's the inside from an old Longaberger basket, and then I have a coconut oil Trader Joe's jar, and it has a cap, and I can put one on the other. I use their calligraphy pens from Micron from my watercolor art. Oh, I like those. There are 100% of products you have to find what works for you. Said I should put my art on eBay, but I'm worried to do that. Why would you be worried to do that? Yeah, I agree, Linda. It's not exactly where I would think of buying art. I made wedding gowns. I had customers all over the world. The shipping was reasonable. Yes, you can. Okay. It says it. I guess. You kind of look at who has what eBay where. I mean, a lot of people do a lot. I mean, if you're looking for vintage cameras or stuff like that, you're going to go to eBay. If you're going to look for good old supplies of certain things, you're going to go to eBay. There's a lot. You just have to be really cautious about making sure the seller is, and that you have who's buying it is actually buying authentically. But, it's worth a try. You guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me just fiddle around. I'm just going to get to this artsy.net on the Artsy, I use art storefronts for my website. It's a full website setup, and they've changed their policy of how you used to have to do a lot of the work to get your site set up. Now they'll do the whole setup for you. If you ever wanted a walkthrough on that, Tamara, let me know. I'd give you my referral link, and that would be important for you. And it's a possibility. Because it's a site just for artists and photographers, and that's what it's all about. And they don't take a portion of the proceeds. Plus, they have a lot of other kind of things you can do. They have ways to help you make fine art prints from your work and other kinds of stuff like that. So it's another option, and they do work all over the world. Yeah. So, I got some clay at Michael's and I earned points to use my senior. Yes. yeah. I do that. I oftentimes will use the senior discount, but this particular item, they had the coupon for 20% off. That's what it was. It was 20% off a regular priced item. So I had that coupon, and then I had my voucher. So it was like nothing for me to do that. So, yeah, don't get me on how many baskets. You don't want to know how many Longaberger baskets I have. Etsy is another piece, yeah. Yeah, Etsy does take some. Art Storefronts does not. But you just have to pay for your website up front. but it's a website designed specifically for artists, and that's all they do is that. I'll double check with Patrick tomorrow when I'm on a thing with our storefronts if they do. Well, they do, because John is in Australia. He's a photographer I know that I worked with for a bit, and he's in Australia. So yeah, he did went through our storefronts too. So anyway, but you guys, yeah. Anyway, so it's been fun to be on tonight and chat with you guys, and I'll get that to you and let you know about it, because they can always do a walkthrough for you, and at no pressure, nothing like that. They're really good about that. Answer your questions and things like that. Okay, so I think it is 10 o'clock, and I have a 7 a.m. thing to be at in the morning, and another one at 8, and then we're packing, and we leave on Wednesday, but I need to make sure I'm all packed. So I'm going to go to bed, read a little bit, and go to bed. But thanks, you guys, for hanging out with me and seeing my new paint stuff and just hanging out. I like this. I gotta figure out how to get all you guys on here so we can all hang out together. That would be fun. I'm glad. Oh, someone was selling copy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Fiona found her work being sold on a UK art site. Someone had taken and copied prints off of her site and her pictures that she's posted, and had taken pictures of it, presented it as theirs. They had all kinds of stuff doing. They were making merch from it and everything. So it was not fun. She contacted the site that they were selling it through and got them to take it down, but it's still, it's one of those things, having to watch where it happens. It happens a lot. I mean, it's happened to Art Wolf, on his... People will post things and say they're his, and he's like, they're theirs, and I'm like, Art, I think you're photographing. He's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, he just keeps going and keeps going for it, doing what he does, and doesn't let it derail him from the other kind of things, because, the minuscule amount that happens. Yeah, you can think of it either way. It's frustrating when somebody steals your stuff, but also how much energy and time does it take for you away from what you're doing? And karma comes around. It comes around. All right, you guys, I'm going to go chill with my husband for a bit, and I'm sure it was much needed. I'm glad. I'm glad it worked out. You guys hopped on, and I had this goofy wildebeest just staring at me. I wonder, hang on. Let you see what he's doing. See if it will show up. Yeah. See what's been staring at me the whole time? Well, you guys have been seeing my art. I've had a wildebeest staring at me. Oh my goodness. He's like, really? Yep. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night, and I will see you on Thursday from Phoenix. But hop on. I'll see if anybody else is doing anything. I'm glad you were here. It was nice to spend some time with you guys. It really was. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, everybody, have a great, if it's your afternoon, have the great rest of your day. If it's your evening, get some good sleep. Lupe, you are on the East Coast, girl. You are supposed to be, and you and Linda over there, get tucked in, get some rest. I think we're gonna travel down 1 a.m. for you too. Yep. Well, yes. Yeah, I haven't talked to. I'll talk to Gail later on this week when I go down. I'm planning on calling her on probably Friday. I think Thursday or Friday when I'm there. It depends on when Annalene and Philip do. So I'll see what's up. So I'll let you guys know. 4:35 p.m. there. See, she's just Tamara's walking right into cocktail hour, and I'm heading for snooze time. All right, you guys, take care, and I will see you soon. Keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. Gosh, it's right here in this group. Spread it out. And I will talk to you guys later. Love you bunches. Thanks for being here.